Airport yetu iko mbaya sana, imeharibika. Waekelezaji wametoka nje kuja kusaidia sisi kujenga hiyo airport. Rais akasema kama wananchi wamekataa, tumewacha. Sasa wale walikuwa wanapiga kelele, wapi maoni yenu, ambaye kwa sababu airport lazima itengenezwe. Nchi hapa jirani yenu Tanzania wanafanya ni hiyo mwekelezaji kwa hiyo airport yao. Hawa ni wazimu. Tanzania ni wazimu. Kichwa imeruka hawa.
Kenya at the moment is in a tricky situation with this broad-based partnership thing, where the leading opposition and the government are in bed. They are working together, and yet the opposition is still holding on their role as the opposition. It's very ambiguous, and it's a situation which I don't think is healthy for the country. As much as people are arguing that it has brought peace, because the government now has support from the leading opposition party. But now I saw the clip from Junet Mohammed, who is now the leader of the minority in parliament. You can never imagine that Junet is speaking in a podium complaining why there should be public participation. And he is saying that he's doing that as the leader of the opposition. So, leader of the opposition is supposed to check the government. But there is one Mohammed who is supporting the government and even questioning the constitution. Why there is that limitation that there should always be public participation in whenever the government indulge itself in any private partnership agreements, or it is in any arrangement with another private entity as regards to developments or agreements with the state. For example, the issue of the Adani. So somehow Junet Mohammed is not happy with the issue of Adani, where Adani was cancelled or terminated by the president, and now he's saying the people who are who opposed it or who did not like Adani to take over the airport should come up with the other alternatives now. But the worst, I have no problem with that one. That is his opinion. But the worst part is where he's challenging the constitution, which requires that for every agreement by the state with a private entity through the PPPs, there should be public consultation, which is the public should be aware, public participation. I will play the clip here, and you will just wonder if really this is opposition saying that. That's a leader of the opposition talking in that manner. They should be the ones to check the government, but they are now even more using more force than the government to question why the Adani deal was cancelled. It's really weird. It's the government is the country is in a tricky situation, because at the moment, from what I see, we now, apart from the activists, now we don't have, the country doesn't have an opposition. Basically, the country doesn't have an opposition. Because it's if somebody, a leader of minority in parliament, talks in that manner, then I don't see how the government cannot do anything they want, because they have the support. They can even do things which are against the constitution because they have the support. So right now the country relies basically on activists and lone MPs or lone patriots like Okia Omtata and others who always rush to the court. Because even Junaid questioned why the court always has to be consulted on some of these things. So basically, Junaid Mohammed wants the government to have a free pass if they want to collaborate with a certain company or a certain country or a certain investor. Junaid wants a free pass that the government just will decide, and they deal with that investor, and they finalize and they sign deals, whether irrespective of whether they are corrupt or not. You see, and he even gave an example of the neighboring country Tanzania, that they are using the same Adani group. So, and I was asking myself, so if by that time when they signed the agreement, Tanzania didn't know that there were issues with this company, because the issue of Adani with the US came the other day. So two wrongs don't make a right. Tanzania can say we didn't know when they signed the contract because it happened earlier. Now we are here in Kenya, we already know that there is a problem. Then we just want to do it because Tanzania did it. So that one is also not logical. It doesn't make sense to compare Tanzania and Kenya, because in any case, two wrongs don't make a right. So that one, I think Junaid Mohammed is fighting a losing war. He is losing it on that one. He is totally wrong on that one, because you can never challenge public participation, because the people elected leaders, and they're supposed to be accountable to the same leaders. So there's nothing wrong with going to the public who elected you to ask them if whatever you are doing is right or wrong. So the idea of saying once you have been appointed, now you don't need, nobody should question you, is more dictatorial to me. And I'm even scared if somebody like that would even be actually the president of a country. Because this is somebody who is just a minority leader, and is talking in such a manner that he is questioning a section in the constitution which is allowing the public to be consulted in such grievous things of huge magnitude like the one of Adani, because we are talking of billions of shillings. We are talking of an airport which is being given out for 30 years. A foreigner to manage it for 30 years. That's something which Kenyans should be consulted. But this honorable MP thinks that there's no need. People should not be consulted, and that government should just have a free pass to do anything they want. As regards that, the issue of public participation, Honorable Junaid Mohammed is wrong. That one is wrong. That one, the rate of 0 to 10 that's 0. That's 0. Because what are you hiding? If something is good, the public will say yes. And it's so weird that it's coming from the leader of the opposition, the leader of the minority in parliament. It doesn't add up. Let's listen to Junaid, and you will find yourself laughing. It's just weird. You cannot connect the dots. This is a leader of the opposition, the leader of minority in parliament, and he's talking like this. It doesn't add up. Let's listen in.
Ili ilete maendeleo kwa wananchi. Na kama serikali ikitaka kufanya kazi yake inawekewa vikwazo. Serikali lazima ifanye public participation, inafanya. Tena iombe ruhusa bunge, wanaomba. Tena waombe ruhusa kwa watu wa judiciary wa makotini, tena waombe kwa civil society, tena waombe ruhusa kwa watu wa kanisa. Serikali itafanya kazi siku gani? Serikali itafanya kazi siku gani? Wewe ukitaka kufanya vitu ya boma yako na bibi yako unaomba watu ruhusa. Hata unaomba tu ruhusa mama. Unaweza omba mtoto yako, uombe baba yako, uende babu yako, unaweza fanya hivyo. Hii mambo ya kuomba ruhusa kwa kila mtu lazima ikwishe. Na mimi nimeongea kama mkubwa wa upinzani. Kwa sababu serikali haiwezi kuomba ruhusa mahakama ili wajenge stima, waombe kanisa ili wajenge stima, waombe civil society ili waombe stima. Juzi mliona wale wako Nairobi. Airport yetu iko mbaya sana. Imeharibika. Waekelezaji wametoka nje kuja kusaidia sisi kujenga hiyo airport. Rais akasema kama wananchi wamekataa tumewacha. Sasa wale walikuwa wanapiga kelele, wapi maoni yenu ambayo kwa sababu airport lazima itengenezwe. Nchi hapa jirani yenu Tanzania wanafanya ni hiyo mwekelezaji kwa hiyo airport yao. Hawa ni wazimu. Tanzania ni wazimu. Kichwa imeruka hawa.
There it is. You've seen it for yourself. Okay guys, let's leave it at that. And let's pray for Kenya and hope that may the leaders have wisdom and do the right thing at all times. God bless you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you.